Ryan Redington is Iditarod royalty. His father, Raymie Redington, competed in the grueling sled dog race from Anchorage to Nome, Alaska 14 times. His grandfather, Joe Redington Sr, was the co-founder of the contest back in 1973. This year, Ryan became the first in his family to win the race and topped an all-Alaska Native podium, with both the second place and third place finishers also being Alaska Native. Ryan, it's great to have you on. Welcome.
Thank you.
So you're now the Iditarod champion. Congratulations to you. What has the last week been like for you?
Yeah, it's been very, very amazing. We had a tremendous race coming into Nome. Like you said, we had a really good battle with Richie Deal and Pete Kaiser, and both Alaska Native mushers, and the last few days racing in Eskimo country and all the beautiful scenery and all the people along the way, and the large amount of people in Nome and the celebrations afterwards. It's been a dream of mine to finally came true.
Your grandfather helped found this race, and he's known actually as the father of the Iditarod. What do you think he would say if he was still here to see you win the event?
I think you say very good. I'm very proud of you, Ryan. Yeah. First place gets a 90-pound bronze statue of my grandpa, and that's always been my dream, is to take home that trophy. And I'm really excited to bring home that trophy to the family and to my town of Kinnick here.
As I mentioned earlier, all of the podiums there were all Alaska Native finishers. Tell us what that was like to sort of share that moment with other Indigenous people.
It's very special, and it's like I said, Richie and Pete are great competitors, great sportsmanship, and we're all very proud to be Alaska Native mushers and to represent us well in the Iditarod um, and the Native communities that we pass through along the way. We're so supportive and so happy and so proud, and I'm proud to be Eskimo and very, very excited for the Native communities.
I actually would like to talk more about the journey that you had, because you quite literally traveled across the state of Alaska. Tell us more about those Alaska Native communities that you passed, and maybe how you were kind of mentally keeping a good mind throughout the race.
Yeah, when we arrive at the villages along the way, the Native communities, the every person from the entire village will come out and cheer on the dogs and the mushers, and they were so excited, and it felt different this year with us three leading the race, and it's it helped keep me in the race. Their excitement and their cheering, and it was very supportive and greatly appreciated. And I'm just so thrilled to win the race for the Alaska Native community and the Redington family, and so proud of my dogs.
I want to actually talk more about your dogs. Tell us about the leaders, Ghost and Sven.
Yeah, Ghost is 6 years old. She's finished the last four Iditarods with me and in lead, and just an amazing dog, super smart, G and Ha, and I'm so excited for her to be a champion. And Sven as well. Sven is 4 years old, and it's his first Iditarod finish. And he both lead dogs were outstanding throughout the race. And there was times where Ghost, near the end of the race, she was jumping all 4 feet off the ground with just a couple miles to go. She knew where the finish line was, and she was such an amazing competitor, and very, very honored to have her on my team.
I wonder, how do you sleep or eat or rest over the 8 days that it took you to cross the state?
Yeah, we run about 7 hours and rest about 4 hours. That was my schedule, and I would get about 30 to 35 minutes of sleep each time that I would stop, and I'd eat we vacuum sealed my meals before the race, and I just drop it in the hot water when it was heating up to thaw out the food for the dogs, and and um, and it was tunnel vision trying to get all of my chores done as quickly as possible. And then the more quickly I got my chores done, the more minutes I could sleep.
Are there any other Redingtons who are coming along in this sport?
Yeah, yeah. My niece and nephew both raced in the junior Iditarod, and this year my niece Ellen finished third in the junior Iditarod, and my nephew Isaac finished fifth, and he won Rookie of the Year in the junior Iditarod. It's a 150-mile race for 14 to 17-year-olds, and my kids, my daughter Eve Violet, and my son Thomas Joseph, they both raced this year in a race in Minnesota, and they're very doggy kids, and I hope they carry on the family tradition.
Ryan, I want to squeeze one last question in here. When you won the Iditarod, so many Indigenous people, not only in Alaska, but around the world, were really celebrating and cheering you on. What message do you have for all of the people who are really proud of your accomplishment?
Thank you so much, and I I I just, like I said, I'm proud to be um, Eskimo, and I'm proud of our race, and I'm excited. In the next couple weeks, we're going to several villages along the way, and Eskimo villages, and we're excited to talk to the schools and connect with our native communities along throughout Alaska, and I thank everybody so much for their excitement and their cheering along the way, and I'm super super pumped up to come back and try to win this race again for all of us.